Good evening and welcome to Mayville, New York, where a big Class D West divisional matchup between the visiting Sherman Wildcats and the Chautauqua Lake Thunderbirds. Chautauqua Lake here hosting this game. They're 4-2 on the year, and Sherman 3-3. So Sherman definitely needs a victory if they want to go to the playoffs, the Class D playoffs. With a win, Chautauqua Lake can wrap up a postseason berth.
And number 14, Brent Morrison.
Sherman will take the kickoff as Chautauqua Lake won the coin toss, but deferred to the second half. Brent Morrison on the kickoff, and that's covered short and fumbled, but picked off by number 20. He's going to bang around Andrew Stetson to about the 33-yard line. And that's where Sherman will take over here tonight. Jason McMahon with the tackle. So Sherman 3-3 on the year. Could definitely use a win here. They've had victories against Clymer, Panama, and Brockton this year. It's about the 32-yard line. Cody Ryan's the quarterback here for the Sherman Wildcats.
Under center for Sherman.
Under center, and he takes a snap, handoff to number 31, Chris Persons. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line, gain of about 3. Tackle made by Steve Kenny. So good first down gain there for Sherman. As I mentioned, Chautauqua Lake can clinch a postseason berth here tonight with a win. Their first berth since the new school, since a merger with Chautauqua. So 2nd and 6, three back formation. There's a handoff to Stenson. Short gain, maybe a half yard. Tackle again made by Kinney.
Hit right away.
Steve Kinney and also Chris Lamphere.
No gain on the play. 3rd down.
So Kinney making his presence known on defense here. After named Player of the Week last week with his performance versus Clymer on offense. It'll be about a 3rd and 6 here for Sherman. 3 backs, I formation. Cody Ryan.
Quarterback straight forward. Ryan
straight ahead.
Trying to get out near a first down. He'll be short.
Looks like he's short. Tackle made by
Fisher.
Cam Baker.
Cam Baker also in on that. That'll bring up 4th down for the Wildcats.
It's going to bring up about a 4th and 3.
4th and 3
Looks like they're going to punt.
from the 38-yard line.
Back to receive the punt. Looks like Nick Zentz. This is sophomore. Backup running back. And back to punt for Sherman is Andrew Graham. Zentz at about his 34-yard line.
Andrew Graham.
Good kick by Graham. It's going to take a bounce. And Sherman downs it there about the 37-yard line. Down by number 77, David Lyon. That's where Chautauqua Lake will take over. As I mentioned, Steve Kenny was a Chautauqua Star Male Athlete of the Weekend for Chautauqua Lake. Posted 6 touchdowns last week on a school record and 219 yards in the win over Clymer last week. He's in the backfield with Cam Baker. Morrison pitched to Kenny. He's got some room, and good job. Good job, Sherman. Gain of about 1. Cody Card and Andrew Stenson. Stop that pitch. Gain of 1. Quarterback for Chautauqua Lake, Jason McMahon, is a junior, 6'2", 175. In the backfield, Cam Baker, both seniors, Cam Baker and Steve Kinney. One man split wide here, Jed Walsh for Chautauqua Lake. I formation, Baker ahead of Kinney. And there's a handoff to Kinney. He's up the middle.
Right side.
And good gain.
45-yard line. Where he is brought down out there by number.
Looks like tackle made by Nick Aldai. All day. That's going to be about a 3rd and 3 here coming up for Chautauqua Lake. Third and 3.
Chautauqua Lake. 3rd and 3.
From about their 44-yard line. Here we go, just one back in the backfield, 4 split wide here for Chautauqua Lake. And we're going to hand up straight up the middle to Kinney. And
Run right side.
looks like he's going to first down.
Got enough.
Gain about 5 yards.
By the Wildcats.
Tackled by a whole crowd of Sherman Wildcats. First down, though, Chautauqua Lake. Tonight's officials
Down Lake.
for tonight's Class D matchup:
49-yard line.
Marcus Maloney, Keith Adams, Chris D'Angelo, and Carl Gugino Jr. So we're here in Mayville, New York. Broadcasting for Cable Access 5. My name's Steve Keyser. And just short of midfield, Chautauqua Lake, about their own 49-yard line, first down. McMahon had a little trouble with the exchange from the center, and
Back there by number 58.
Spencer Smith takes advantage of that. That's a loss of about 4 or 5 yards.
Be a loss of about 4 yards.
So McMahon had a little trouble
15
with his center there, and after
from the 44.
after the missed exchange, he had nowhere to go. And Shane Spencer tackles him, pushes him back to about the 44-yard line. So yeah, loss of 5. Baker and Kinney in the backfield. Here's Kinney, left side, and nice tackle. Nice tackle right there by Andrew Stetson as Kinney almost broke free and would have had some more yards. But Andrew Stetson grabs him by the foot and takes him down. Good tackle there. Gain of about 1 yard.
Bring up 3rd down
It's going to be about 3rd and 14.
from the 45-yard line.
So Sherman, so far, good tackling here by them as they have been good again. Gang tackling here, Kinney. It's about a 3rd and 14. I formation. Baker and Kinney. 3 wide. McMahon back to pass, and he's setting up the screen to Baker, but Sherman is all over this. Good job. Shane Spencer and David Kelly with the tackles as well as other Wildcat defenders. So they're swarming and doing a good job of wrapping up here for Sherman. They're going to have to, Chautauqua Lake's going to have to punt on their first possession. Brent Morrison back to punt to, looks like Chris Peters. He's back at about his 30-yard line.
In kick formation for Chautauqua Lake.
So good defense there by Sherman. It's both starting offense have to punt.
Nice punt.
Peters at his 30, up the middle, and tries to get to the outside, and he's tripped up there
On the right side.
by Cody Thomas, the sophomore. Tripped him up, and that is where Sherman will take it back over. Their second drive of the game.
The Wildcats have started up.
They're going to start up about their 33-yard line.
33.
Let's see if they can get their offensive line moving Chautauqua Lake here. We're just 8 minutes into the first quarter here. No score. Second possession here for Sherman. Cody Ryan under center. Stetson and Peters in the backfield. And there's a handoff. Looks like he gained maybe 2 yards. Chris Person. Tackle made by Brett Morrison and Cam Baker.
Gain of about 2 yards.
Looks like a gain of 2 up to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 8. Sherman made up I believe they have about 4 or 5 kids from the Ripley School District. Good for them. Cody Ryan under center. He hands off to his fullback, and he gains a couple yards.
Ball carried by Kyle Keith.
It's Kyle Keith with a handoff, the fullback. Up the middle, about 2 yards. Tackle made by Steve Kinney.
Anthony Pizzulo. Gain on the play.
It's going to be about a 3rd and 6 here. Sherman moved the ball a couple yards at a time here. Feeling out the Chautauqua Lake defense. Here's Sherman's going to go from shotgun here. 4 receivers. 1 back in the shotgun set. And there's the snap. Cody Ryan's going to drop it back deep. And, looks like they had a screen set up for Chris Peters. Chris Persons had got 1 hand on it. Throw was just out of his reach. Looked like they had a nice setup there, but pressure was coming on Cody Ryan, and looks like Sherman's going to have to punt here. 4th and 6 at about their 37-yard line. This time Craig Howard, the senior, is back from the Andrew Graham punt, back at about his 34-yard line. And line drive punt. It's going to take a bounce to about the 35-yard line, and that's where that is where it's down by Chris Persons, senior for Sherman. And Chautauqua Lake will start back up at the 35-yard line for their second possession. See if they can get something going here this drive.
All those nice young kids we introduced you to earlier.
So far, Sherman's done a nice job of swarming Steve Kinney.
With a Dr. Pepper logo, $250 value, and you can get tickets for a month apiece from any of these kids.
There we go. 3 backs in the backfield here for Chautauqua to start this out.
Man under center. 1st and 10.
And handoff to Kinney, right side. And looks like a good gain there, about 5 or 6 yards. Tackle made by Cody Grazik. Grazik, big kid, a junior, 6'5", 225.